Remember when Senran Kagura used to have a TCG?
Nope.
No? I don't blame you, because it's been a while. But I'm gonna remind you within this video and play my intro so we can talk about it.
I love the kind of woman that will actually just kill me.
Tuners and gamers, it's your boy Kentman, bringing you another Senran Kagura video to you. And today we're going to be talking about TCG, mostly Senran Kagura's TCG. Now, recently I've been getting into buying a lot of Pokemon cards, more than I need to, but I have, and I really want to buy One Piece TCG as well because the cards is looking really nice. However, it got me thinking about Senran Kagura and how they used to have a TCG, and it started to make me mad that we don't have a current Senran Kagura TCG. So it kind of made me want to go back and kind of reminisce on the TCG we used to have. Senran Kagura TCG Unlimited Versus. It came out around like 2013, back when Burst first released in Japan, and also Shinobi Versus was about to come out in that time period. And then also we first got Burst in 2013, and we actually got a TCG set for it. But it only released in Japan. Why? Again, I don't know why they always do this, where they only release the products in Japan and expect it to boom, and when it doesn't boom, they discontinued it. It got discontinued in 2014, right before Senran Kagura got its real big boom, because I think the peak of the series happened with Festival Versus and Peach Beach Splash, and that was around like 2014, 2015 when those games initially came out, and we just didn't get any more. But we did get some type of TCG, which was these. We did get these with Festival Versus, which was kind of like a replacement, kind of like a test drive to see if people was going to like the TCG, but then they never did any more. So I thought, but we'll get to that a little bit more later. They had a booster box volume 1 for the Hanzo Academy, essentially. And then they brought out a booster box for Hebegio Academy, and then eventually Crimson Squad. I'm thinking of Deep Crimson 2. They brought out a volume 2, and then eventually they did bring out a volume 3 for the Gensen Squad, and of course then they brought out the new Hebegio Squad with Maybe, and they got volume 4, and then that's where they ended. But originally they first released a starter deck with Asuka, then they did bring out one for Homura, of course Yumi, and then Maybe never got one because that's when the TCG kind of ended, when they got the Yumi booster set. And look, a lot of these cards, this artwork looks amazing. It looks so freaking good. I mean, at least for the time, but they looked really good for what they was doing. And it's so frustrating because how much Senran Kagura has evolved over this point of time, from the artwork, from the style, the characters, and I think Senran Kagura would kill it as a TCG game. From Final Fantasy TCG for Magic the Gathering, from Sonic to Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I was not able to get into, but it's whatever. Pokemon is always booming. One Piece, you got Bleach now has a TCG, Nikkei had a TCG, even, Neptunia had a TCG back in the day, also from Unlimited Versus, but then they got discontinued as well. It's just very frustrating because I know for a fact that Senran Kagura could do well as a TCG, and it's frustrating because when you go look at all the beautiful art they have nowadays, as I'm talking about TCG, I might as well talk about some other Senran Kagura stuff that you should know about. Right now, they're doing a pop-up shop in Japan.
You can't keep getting away with it!
From Design Coco, it's the collab that's happening. And look at a lot of this art, bro. Look at Yumi in this Chinese dress that looks fucking sexy. And then you also got, Ryobi. Then you also got Riona. And then we got this is the Ryoki, which is the other sister, which they don't really give a lot of love to at all. I kind of forget they actually have a third sister until I see her again. Then I remember her. Either way, the important thing is the artwork looks amazing. It looks so good. I want to buy a lot of this merch, but Unfortunately, it's not available to buy on the West anywhere. And I thought I could use Buy, but Buy does not support this website, or this site does not support Buy. It is available for international shipping. I might have to look at now I'm just reading this and this popped up. This wasn't here before. Or maybe it wasn't, I just went up for it. But I might buy this because I really like Yumi, and I would really like that. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. The point is, I'm getting distracted in the middle of the video. The point is, Senran Kagura has some really great art, especially recently, and I believe that Senran Kagura could do really well as a TCG now, especially because Senran Kagura is much more popular than it was back in 2014, 2015. And do you realize that Fanservice is about to be 10 years old for US? Because it released back in 2015 for Japan, and in 2016 for US, and then it released on PC 2017, and now it's about to be 10 years old. I mean, Senran Kagura's at its 15th anniversary, which is so crazy to me, but it's just again, because they have sleeves for the characters. They have these are on Ami that you can pre-order right now. And could you imagine this art as a TCG card? That's all they have to do. I feels like it could make money. It would make hotcakes, especially if they release it from not in Japan. Like, I don't understand why they only limit Senran Kagura to Japan. I get it might be a money thing, but they know how much people want Senran Kagura. I want Senran Kagura stuff. We need more Senran Kagura stuff. I think I'm going crazy trying to talk about this every single time. And it just boggles my mind that we don't get it. But either way, the mouse pads that are new are here for available for pre-order if you haven't done so. These are the brand new Opie mouse pads. You got Yumi, you have Kagura, you have Yomi, you also have Murakuma, which you're gonna have to go to get the best wrist support with that one. You got Toki, of course, Yozakura, and I think there's gonna be more coming about, but I already pre-ordered the Yumi one. I mean, obviously. And I'm thinking about buying Kagura because I also like Kagura. She was my main girl before Yumi came. And then I might end up buying either the Murakuma one, Murasaki, my vote. Murasaki one, sorry. They have similar names, but Murasaki one, or I might buy the Toki one. I think Yozakura is a pretty good one. I might end up buying Yomi too. I like Yomi a lot too. I need to buy it, all of them. Could you imagine this art as a TCG? It would be amazing. Now, how did this conversation even come up? Well, now, how did this conversation even start? Well, let me just bring this over here. Remember when I was talking about these? Yeah, well, apparently these are still available on Marvelous Store right now. What? Yes, you actually can purchase the rest of these pinups right now. I, for one, am surprised because they have deleted, they being Marvelous, has deleted almost everything about Senran Kagura on their websites, and yet you can still buy the pinup Fanservice cards along with the art book that released for it years ago. This book right here that has all the good artwork that could be on a TCG card. Look at this. Look at this. Are you seeing it? I hope you're seeing it, because look at this art. Look at this art. This could be a TCG art. This could be a playmat. This could be a TCG card. And it's not. But the important thing is, you can still purchase this. Why? I'm not complaining, but why? They haven't cared about Fanservice in years. And yet these are still available to purchase. And then you best believe I bought all of them, because I bought the remaining ones that I needed for my collection. Now, of course, it doesn't really give you the true TCG pulling a rare card fix that I want for Senran Kagura. However, the fact that you can still buy these and still support Senran Kagura not just through the games on PC is amazing. So if you love Senran Kagura and if you wanted some pinup cards of these, which all look really nice, hold on, let's switch over here again so you can see them. If you wanted these and you're like, man, I wish I could have these. Well, now you can. For however long it is. I got mine, so you guys can go ahead and get yours as well because it feels like more people should have these to show Marvelous that people want Senran Kagura. We want stuff like cards. We want spin-off games. We want mainline games. We want everything for Senran Kagura. We don't want to get the hand-me-downs. Like if you release it in Japan first, sure, whatever, but also release it in the West or global or wherever so everyone can enjoy it. Do not lock Senran Kagura behind one country and then be upset when it fails, when you're not really marketing it to the entire Senran Kagura franchise or fan base. It's a no-brainer. Like this right here, this should be available worldwide. This should be available on AmiAmi or Otakubo or other places that you could buy anime merch more easily. Sure, it does help that they have an available international shipping, but you know shipping is going to be terrible with tariffs right now. But I would love to have a Senran Kagura TCG. I mean, I would love to have a lot of stuff for Senran Kagura. A tennis game, a Mario Kart-like Senran Kagura game would be amazing right now. Anyway, that is it. That is all the stuff that I want to talk about for the TCG, the upcoming news for new merch and stuff that's happening right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll be back with another Senran Kagura video in the future for talking about more stuff for the 15th anniversary and what they have plans to do. And you know, it's 15 years for Senran Kagura is amazing, bro. I just love this franchise so much. I do. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Remember that fan service is the best kind of service. If you guys want a Senran Kagura TCG, what booster packs how many would you buy? Would you buy the whole set? Would you try to get, you know, your favorite girl? What are your thoughts? What artwork would you like to see as a TCG card? It could be anything. And with that being said, remember that fan service is the best kind of service. Remember that, you know, you could be a fan of that like button and show Marvelous that you want more Senran Kagura stuff in the whole world as well as I do. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video next time. Bye!